yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and dead, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be something. But remember that love, yes it will. Love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Yeah. In my heart, I believe it. Love will reign. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have a vision, it's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know. Yeah. Love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe. Sun will shine again, and love, I can hardly wait. We'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace, happiness and joy forever. Oh, yeah. One day, someday, hate will be over and love will reign. They won't last, for I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. In the end, love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Said it in His word. Weeping may endure the night. Love will conquer all. Love will win the fight. So don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed. Darkest hour sets before the light. Hate will be crushed, fear will be gone, love will remain and go on and on. Though the road seems rough, my friend, we know how the journey ends. Oh, yeah. La, 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 la. La, la, la. La, la, la. Oh, oh.
Love will reign. I'm excited to be here with you again on Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another edition of Love and Stuff. So whether you're watching us from the Love and Stuff community page or the Marcus R. Holmes page from which we emanate, or any of the love groups that are attached to those pages, whether you're watching us on TikTok, on Twitch, on Instagram, on YouTube, I am so excited to have you here, and I hope that you will click share and tag someone to join us as we jump into another topic. I'm just excited to be here today. Thank you, those that are watching on Instagram and across all places and pages. Click share and tag someone because I want you to weigh in on tonight's topic as we go live across all of these platforms. I want to do two things before we get started. I want to shout out a Black business, number one, that I had the opportunity to support here in the local Detroit area. It is in Southfield. It is called 44 Burrito. And listen, I had a deep fried burrito, which shouldn't have been on my menu for today, as well as some of the best guacamole that I've had in a long time, and a soft taco, shrimp taco, which is one of my favorite kind of tacos. I want to encourage all of you to support Black businesses. I try to support as many small businesses, especially Black owned businesses and minority owned businesses. And I want to challenge you to do the same because I shared a couple of weeks ago, there are approximately 30.8 million Black Americans who are in the labor force, meaning they're working in between jobs, part-time jobs, heading to the next job. And among all of those people, um, if each of those persons had $200 disposable income in a month, and they just took 50 of those dollars, right? We could go to a bank. We could open a bank, but we could go to a bank with $1.5 billion in assets. I want you to think about the power. Of course, you heard of $1 trillion that Black people spend, but I'm talking about a sliver of your disposable income. I want to challenge you because the idea is that 54,000 is the median income. May or may not be true across all regions, but that is part of what Pew Research says. And so that 54,000, given today's inflation and cost, might yield someone between $200 and $1,500 a month disposable income. So think about that. If on the low end you only have $200 left after you pay all of your bills, and you divided that by four, and again, I mean all of your bills, including groceries and everything, right? If you had $200 left and you took $50 once every 90 days, we could have $1.5 billion every 90 days in our own economic cooperative or bank. We can go to the Bank of America and say, you can use this money if you divest in this, this, and this. Or we could look at the 10 largest banks that are African American or Black owned businesses across the country, and we could rotate that money, or we could go to one of them whose assets is barely above that $1.5 billion. So it's important to me to support Black businesses, and I want to encourage and implore you to support Black businesses in every way that you can. I had to share that, especially because I want to use this platform as wisely as possible to get you to share with other people to support Black businesses. You're a Black nail tech, you're a Black barber. I just saw on Instagram, my barber is Black, and he is an excellent barber. Coldest Cuts, you want to go there if you're in Detroit, Greenfield, and Grand River area. I won't even make him give me a discount. But listen, we have to support our own. And yeah, you want to get all of these designer things, and designer things aren't always African American made, though you can find a Black designer for about anything that you want. How about circulating those dollars in our community? I saw on Instagram and a longtime associate of the Love and Stuff community, Tamuk Scruggs, who now has a mobile charging service for electronic vehicles. So he's got an EV charging service. Okay. So those of you that have EVs, you need to check him out on Instagram. He's Kingus the God. I done said it wrong, I'm sure. But he is Timuk Scruggs on Facebook. Check him out. And when you need to charge your EV, you don't have to put a charger on your home. You can have him come and do a mobile charge. See what I'm saying? Support Black businesses. All right. Enough. Gail Arnold Bradham joined. Thank you so much. And tell Lisa to join and click share. I wanted to get your take on this topic as well as hers. And Linda Rosales, thank you for joining us on TikTok. I hope that you will click share, and I'm going to get right into the topic. The second thing is I'm behind the times, and I had no idea how funny Blackish was. So I started watching a little Blackish. That's going to be my binge watch show. I know I should already know that, but I am thoroughly enjoying Blackish. And if you agree with that, you should drop something in the comments wherever you are. All right. Looking across platforms, I want you to drop in the comments where you are and a shout out, a hello to me. Here is the topic, tonight's topic that comes from the inbox. And I've tried to pin it across all platforms. I don't think it'll fit on TikTok, so you're going to have to listen in. All right. Hey, darling. She says, what's good? I need some real talk because I'm over it. This is how she starts. I'm a 42-year-old Black woman born and raised in Brooklyn, and I've worked damn hard to get where I'm at. Excuse the French. I got my degrees, my career is solid, my own place, and I travel when I feel like it. But when it comes to dating, straight struggle, she says. Men my age, either they're still figuring life out, intimidated by my accomplishments, or looking for a woman to humble them. Younger men, they either want kids, which is a hard no for me, or they got their lives together, but I'm stuck wondering if they can really handle a woman like me long term. And let's not even start on the ones who think I should be grateful that they even showed up because I'm older. I'm not out here trying to emasculate nobody. I just want a grown, confident man who's emotionally mature, got his own, and won't feel like he got to compete with me. Do they even exist? Or am I better off just booking solo trips for the rest of my life? Help a sister out. Tired of lowering my standards. So I wanted to pull this out from the inbox, especially because we're in an important month. We're in Women's History Month, and we're shouting out women and the accomplishments, the bravery, the struggle, the triumph of women. I thought this was a great topic to get our month going about women's history, because women have had a strong history of making families, keeping families together, and being breadwinners. So wanted to thank you, Chocolate Spread, for joining us on TikTok. So I want to hear from you, and we're going to share a few things that I shared with her in the inbox. Is this the dating pool that you kind of see? Are you having trouble matching up with someone who is on your level? And what does that mean, on your level? When you hear that, or when you say that, I need somebody on my level, I need somebody equally yoked, I need somebody who's heading in my direction. What is really meant by that? I want to hear from you, and I hope that you will take a moment and click share, tag someone to join us. We're talking about whether or not in this dating pool there is this search for a mate and it's not happening because that person's not at your level. Well, just before we jump into that, as you're clicking share, I want to remind you that there are some amazing women within the Love and Stuff community, and one of them is the owner of Powerful Money Tools, LLC. Her name is Christina Smith. She is Christina the Money Coach, and she's going to tell you a little bit about Powerful Money Tools, LLC.
Welcome to Powerful Money Tools, LLC. At Powerful Money Tools, we are here to prepare for your future. We want to talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom is budgeting, credit building, and also financial education. So once again, welcome to Powerful Money Tools, LLC. We can't wait to help you in your financial future.
Powerful Money Tools, LLC can't wait to help you in your financial future. And listen, Christina has been a partner with us for several years, and she has helped especially women, but a number of families and people to help to bring their life strategy through their finances forward, from credit repair and credit building to saving to budgeting, all of the things that you need to make sure you have not only a nest egg for emergency, but that you have the money to fund and live the life that you deserve to live. If you need that kind of support, Christina, the Money Coach, is available, and she's available across all platforms as Powerful Money Tools LLC or Christina Smith. And Christina, we want to thank you for your patronage, your sponsorship, and your partnership and support. Our associate producer and from Sports Talk with Kamal and Felix is joining us on Instagram. You all jump in the comments over there on Instagram so that I can see your comments and get you involved in this topic, which we're going to go right into right now. Hey, darling, she says, what's good? I need some real talk because I'm over it. I'm a 42-year-old Black woman born and raised in Brooklyn, and I work damn hard to get where I'm at. I've got my degrees, my career is solid, my own place, and I travel when I feel like it. But when it comes to dating, straight struggle, she says. Men my age, either they're still figuring life out, intimidated by my accomplishments, or looking for a woman to humble them. Younger men, they either want kids, which is a hard no for me, or they've got their lives together, but I'm stuck wondering if they can really handle a woman like me long term. And let's not even start on the ones who think I should be grateful that they even showed up because I'm older. I'm not out here trying to emasculate nobody. I just want a grown, confident man who's emotionally mature, got his own, and won't feel like he got to compete with me. Do they even exist, or am I better off just booking solo trips for the rest of my life? Help a sister out. Help a sister out. Tired of lowering my standards. So I wanted to hear from you. Is this familiar to what you're hearing in the dating pool? Are you having trouble finding what you think is your equal? Well, I want to share some things that I share with her, but just before I do, I answered her in the inbox and said, when she said, do they even exist? Absolutely, they exist. And most times we do one or two things. We shop or put our eggs all in one basket when we're looking for somebody. So that means we go to the same places we always go with the same crowds of people. I don't know what it is in your town, if you get around in your town, but if you're everywhere you go, it's the same circle of people. You got to diversify your circle. All right. Which means you got to go to different places and do different things. Right. Now, I'm always going to tell you, I know I'm not the loveologist. I'm not a licensed love therapist or relationship person. I'm just telling you, I'm 17 for 17 and putting people together. That's what I'm going to tell you. No, I don't hang a shingle. But what I can tell you is a couple of the places that people ignore, right? One of them is the grocery store. People say, you're going to keep sticking to that because it works. In the grocery store, you're going to find people being their everyday selves. Rarely, not all the time, but rarely does someone go to the grocery store all made up, fellas, all cologned up, unless you understand the grocery store. Most people are going in their sweats. Some ladies go in their bonnets for whatever reason, right? But you're normally not going to treat it like you might meet Mr. or Mrs. Right. It's a great place to be yourself and to meet people. And to meet people from all walks of life, because unless you're rich, you're doing your own grocery shopping, right? And if you're not, you're probably not single, right? But a single man, a single woman is doing their own grocery shopping, right? And sometimes you're doing saver shopping. You're doing coupons and digital coupons. You're going to be very judicious about what you're going to buy in the grocery store, right? You just threw on some sweats. Fellas, you did the smell test to see if the sweats are something you can wear, right? Ladies, you might perfume it up or whatever, but most people go to the grocery store not looking for somebody. But there is almost always somebody there, and it's one of two kind of people. Somebody that you can connect with that's on your level, or somebody that can be a connector to someone who is on your level. So I tell ladies all the time, especially, don't discount the brother that you don't find attractive. It is okay to start a conversation with him if you feel safe, because he may have a friend that's more your speed. He may set out to shoot a shot and you may say it's an air ball. Now, you won't say those words, but later down the road, he might connect you to somebody that's a better match for you if you play your cards right. Same thing, fellas. You passing by that thickety thick, that's not your type, no harm, no foul. Or you want, she's too thin, that's not your type, she's too fair skinned, too whatever it is, and it could be shallow, right? But when you turn that person off to being able to connect with you, when you're not receptive, you could be turning off a good connector. That person might connect you to the person of your dreams. So that's the number one thing. And that's what I shared in the inbox, because this woman, she goes to all of these different places to meet people. I said, well, just go and live your life, not with the intent to meet, because you're going and you look like you're ready to meet, right? You go to the comedy club, which nothing wrong with comedy clubs for those of you that go. I don't have it on the top of the list of places you go to meet people in a dark room where there's heckling, and typically the light is shined on people that are being heckled. Probably not the place, probably not the movies to go by yourself, right? Not a dark place necessarily, right? You can go anywhere you want. But I'm talking about people who want to be recognized and noticed, being yourself. You need to do it in the everyday flow of your life to meet people. Now, I'm not against you going to a concert, going to the opera, going to the museum, going skating, going laser tag, going fun places. You're looking for someone adventurous. I'm just saying all of those people flow through everyday scenarios that you may be overlooking. So don't overlook those everyday scenarios, all right? But I want to share with you the things that I share with her in the hopes that they will help you, or you will pass them along to help somebody else. What I told her, number one, is stop shrinking for small-minded men, okay? Because many people, especially women, subconsciously downplay their achievements to make potential partners feel more comfortable. Have you ever done that? Give me some likes or loves if you have, across platforms. According to Dr. Terry Orbuch, she's a psychologist and relationship expert. She says partners who feel secure in themselves are more likely to celebrate each other's success rather than feel threatened by the other partner. So if a man sees your accomplishments as an attack on his masculinity, that's an internal issue he needs to resolve and not your burden to carry. So you don't play small because you are a business owner, because you are a CEO, because you're a vice president, because you're a professor, because you're a doctor, in order to save and keep intact his masculinity, right? 3 ways to stop shrinking for insecure men. 1, own and wear your success. So when you're discussing achievements, do so with the confidence, not arrogance, and humility that you would without apology. Instead of saying things like, oh, I just got a little side hustle. Oh, I just got a master's degree. Oh, I'm just in a residency for a doctor. You say, I earned my master's in this field. I'm doing this in my career. I'm doing this, and I love what I do. I want to pause at that one, because I think that is one of the most important parts of what I believe we should be sharing with you, is that when you love what you do and you do it with a certain passion, did you know that you're the most attractive that you ever have been, and that you're sending off these signals, you're sending off these waves to people, you're almost sending them transmitters that they take as signs of being attracted. Did you know that? Yeah, when you are in the center of your purpose, when you're doing something that you love, you are most attractive to the people around you. You're like a magnet. Think about it. When you're doing whatever it is, whether you're a barber, whether you are a business owner, whether you're a dancer, whatever it is, when you're doing it, you have the most confidence because you know what you're doing. You're in your art form or your science because you know just how to do it with precision. And that shows, it radiates from who you are. And that's when you're most attractive. So when you're describing yourself to someone, don't hold back, especially ladies, because you have the tendency to play it down. Same fellas, if you got a, you got a side hustle. I got this little side hustle. No, I'm doing this, right? When you share something that you love, you're most attractive to the people that are around you. Rarely are you going to repel people who are interested in what you love. So I wanted to pause there because that was a point of conversation that we had in the inbox. And then number two, another way to stop shrinking for insecure men. Thank you for joining us on TikTok. Number two is watch for micro or macro aggressions, micro mostly. So comments like, oh, you think you're something special? Or, oh, excuse me, you too good for me. Or you think you're too good. Or, oh, you don't need a man. All of those are red flags. A secure man does not equate your independence with arrogance. As a matter of fact, a secure man loves that you have your own, right? So those are red flags so you stop shrinking because you stop having continued conversations with that person. You hear them out and say, oh, it was great to meet you. Oh, we should get together sometime. You say, okay, all right. You go about your business. Day or two, you don't ghost them. You say, hey, I've been thinking about it. Not really a match for me. Thanks for your time. You're an amazing person. And you keep it moving. When people show you who they are and tell you who they are, believe them, right? Dr. Maya Angelou, rest in peace, right? And then number three, the third way to stop shrinking, among other ways, is to set a tone of mutual support, right? Keep it focused on what you want. You want to be vocal about wanting a partnership, not somebody that you can compete with. The right man or woman, fellas, will see your success as a bonus, not a battle. So those are the three things you should do to stop shrinking for insecure man. Own and wear your own success. Watch out for microaggressions and set a tone for mutual support. If any of this is resonating with you, give me some likes or loves in the comments. Whether you're watching, hello, Caitlin Morgan joining us on Instagram, whether you're joining us on TikTok or YouTube events or Twitch TV, certainly on Facebook, we're happy that you're here and hoping that you will click, share, and tag someone. Just before we go to the next section, because we're talking about this 40-plus-year-old woman who's saying she can't find men who are on her level, I want to tell you about another one of our providers, ladies, as it is Women's History Month. We've got another partner who is doing amazing things in the fashion space. Her name is June Rochelle Eaton, and she is the owner of Detroit Couture and the owner of My Dream Dress Bridal Salon. And listen, ladies, if you want to feel amazing and look amazing in this Women's History Month, you need to go on over to her website, mydreamdressbridalsalon.com, shop Detroit Couture. She has amazing pieces designed with you in mind. June Rochelle, thank you for your partnership. And here's a little bit about Detroit Couture.
Hi, my name is June Rochelle, and I own Detroit Couture. We are a fashion-forward women's boutique, and we offer friendly sizes from small all the way up to 3X women's sizes, very generously fit, very great quality. I actually have on one of our pieces today. It's called the Cuffed Up. It's in gray, burgundy, and black and olive. And it actually has a lot of stretch and give. So listen, in this time, we try to make sure that, first of all, it's quality and customer service that we offer our clients. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you. So go and visit us at DetroitCouture.com.
Thanks, June. DetroitCouture.com. Listen, we've partnered with them over the years, and they have done some amazing things for women. They have amazing products, amazing pieces. And fellas, if you're looking for something for your amazing woman, or ladies, you're looking for something amazing for yourself, reach out to DetroitCouture.com, MyDreamDressBridalSalon.com. June curates these one-of-a-kind pieces that you're not going to see on anybody else except on you. And you're going to look and feel amazing. So we hope that you will support her. She is across all platforms, and she would love to style you for your special times and moments. All right, we're getting back to the topic. And as I was sharing 3 points about helping this woman who's in her 40s consider how she might level up her thinking around finding her equal. We talked to step 1 that she should stop shrinking for small-minded men by owning and wearing her success, watching out for microaggressions, and then setting a tone of mutual support. And number 2, I told her she should expand her dating pool more strategically, which is where I started, right? Because oftentimes we only look to find people at J. Alexander's if that's our restaurant of choice, or we go to Starter's Bar if we go to places like that. That's one that's here in Detroit. Or we go to different places where we think our level of people might be, right? But while many women focus on dating within their age group, research from the Journal of Marriage and Family suggests that compatibility is less about age and more about shared values, more about lifestyle, and more about emotional intelligence. Some younger men are emotionally mature and financially stable, while there are older men who are still navigating these areas to achieve and secure their own growth. So you can't just go based on age, and you just can't go based on socioeconomic status. There could be a young brother who is a plumber apprentice, who has the mindset, maybe has some life sets that set him back, but has the mindset to move forward. And you might be discounting that brother, but he might be the perfect match for the values that you have. He might be the perfect match for the confidence that you need. It's perfect match for the amount of emotional intelligence that you need. And so you got to expand your dating pool without settling. And here are 3 ways. Number 1, use value-based screening. So instead of just focusing on looks, I don't say you don't look at looks, right? Because there has to be some chemistry, right? But instead of just focusing on looks or age or financial status, ask some questions that reveals a man's emotional intelligence. Like, what's a personal growth lesson you've learned in the last year? And then listen intently, right? Thanks, Joe Boxter, for joining. Or how do you handle conflicts in relationships? And what type of triggers do you have around conflict? These are important questions to ask as you develop a values-based screening instead of just age-based, checking off the box. Is he old enough? Does he drive this kind of car? Does he do this? Does he make this amount? Some of these value-based screenings should be your first screen before you get to any of those other levers. Okay. Number 2, in this expand your dating pool strategically, the second way you do it without settling is consider different dating platforms. That's in person and online, right? So there are apps like The League. I'm not being paid by any of these. Elite Singles and Match.com tend to attract people who are a bit more serious about relationships. Of course, you'd have to go back and watch all the things we tell you about getting on these sites and getting catfished and all of the potentialities for there to be deception and drama. There are things you should do to protect yourself. But if you're going to date on dating platforms, you should have a dating checklist. And if you're interested in having that dating checklist, let me know and I can shoot it to you. All right. And number 3, look for community-based connections. Okay. So sometimes expanding your social circle through networking. I'm always talking as I'm doing life coaching, get the net worth out of your network. Well, are you a member of professional groups? Are you a member of travel clubs? A member of mastermind communities? A member of an ecumenical or religious community? Or a social community such as a fraternity or sorority or friends of, right? Some of these can introduce you to men and women, men, who align with your lifestyle and with your mindset. So it's important that you expand your horizons. If you're saying, I'm only meeting this kind of man that's my age, ask yourself, where are you meeting these men? If it is on, eHarmony, maybe eHarmony is not for you. I'm not saying that eHarmony is bad, so I don't want, please, eHarmony, don't inbox me and say it's bad. I'm saying if something's not working for you, expand, stretch out, and try differently. Now, here's one of the things that I love to advise people who say, I want to be with somebody, because a lot of times people are out here trying to be with somebody and they're not comfortable being with themselves. But that's another time, right? Another topic for another time. I ask them, do you feel that you are attractive? And they say, well, I'm okay. I say, okay. Would you want to date somebody who feels like I'm okay? And they say, no, I see your point. I said, so tell me 3 places that you go to at least twice a week. Most people mention work. Some mention a particular gas station or store or dollar store or mini mart. I said, can you name me by name someone at that place that you greet by name? And they say, sometimes people struggle with this. They don't know the name of the cashier at the store. They don't know the name of the nail tech who's next to them, who they speak to, but they don't really know. I said, go back to those places this week and engage with that person. And then the next time you go, ask them, do you think that I'm an attractive person? Now, some people will think you're hitting on them, so be careful that you phrase it this way. Not, are you attracted to me? Do you see me as an attractive person? Ask them that. Do you see me as someone who has confidence about being attractive? Ask them that. Third question you ask them, if I told you that I was single, is there somebody that you can think of that you would introduce me to? And you got to be open. Because there are people in the natural path of your life that you're not connecting with in a way that they speak your name in rooms when you're not present. And that's really what networking is all about. The end goal of networking is you want someone to speak about you to someone else when you're not present. And so a lot of times we're networking for a job or networking for leads for our business or new customers, new clients, but we're not networking to expand our circles. It's a simple thing that you can do to expand your circle and get some feedback about how you are showing up in the world, how you are carrying your confidence or not, so that you can make the appropriate adjustments in your life. All right. So number 2 is expand your dating pool strategically by using value-based screening, by considering different platforms than the ones that you're using both in person and externally, and looking for community-based connections. I'm gonna stop at that number 2 of this one for 1 second, considering different dating platforms, because I want to ask you if you've ever gone to a full service car wash and then went and used the vacuums. It might be outside of the circle of where you might think you would meet people, but most people are getting their cars washed. And certainly as the weather is changing, you're going to see different kinds of people there. Test your skills about being able to make eye contact, to talk to strangers, to hold initial conversation, and to read their body language to see how they're responding to you. These are important in expanding your platforms because you get to see the variation of people that are out there. And even in having conversations, you might say, oh, you seem like a nice guy. You seem like a nice girl. Where do you hang out? They may tell you a place that you've never been to before. It's about expanding your circle, expanding your pool so that you can be more strategic and more choosy about who you're connecting with for more meaningful connections. Hope that makes sense. And I hope that Dana, who's joined us on TikTok, and others, I hope that if that makes any sense to you, you will drop comments and let us know that that's resonating with you as well. So we take a quick look across platforms. Thank you so much for joining. And we have, again, amazing partners within our Love and Stuff community. Among them, just a brief showing of a partner who is a jack of many trades and a master of many. His name is Ernest Sisson Jr., and he has Sisson Hardware. I want to show you a little bit about him in case you need some hardware work. He is top-notch, top class. He's also a photographer, and I'm sure available for that as well. Sisson Hardware. Ernest, we appreciate you in the Love and Stuff community. And listen, Ernest travels all across the country doing amazing hardware, restorations, installations. Contact Ernest Sisson. Sisson Hardware is an amazing company, and they do customer service right. And they do your floors that you will want to walk, eat, entertain on them for many years to come. Thank you, Ernest, for your partnership, and reach out to him soon. All right, we're talking about this woman who is in her 40s, 42 years old, well-educated, great career, owns stuff, loves to travel, but she's having trouble finding men that she says are on her level, which is, I think, an important thing to consider. When you say on your level, are you talking financially? When you say on your level, are you talking spiritually? What are these levels, and what are you doing to balance them toward love? And so that's kind of the conversation we had in the inbox. And I'm sharing some of the things that I share with her, and hopefully they will be of use to you, and you can give me more feedback that she can watch this and glean some things to help her up her love game. So first and foremost, we talked about stop shrinking for small-minded men or women, fellas. And the way you do that is to own and wear your success, to watch for microaggressions, and to set a tone of mutual support. Number 2, expand your dating pool strategically. Use value-based screening, consider different dating platforms, and look for community-based connections. All right. And number 3, recognize the competition mentality. Okay. So there are some men, ladies, and some women, men, who have been socialized to believe that their worth is in a relationship is directly tied to their ability to be the primary provider or make the most money. According to Dr. Michael Kimmel, who is a leading scholar in concepts around masculinity, men raised with traditional gender roles often struggle when they feel they don't bring more to the table than their partner. So this can lead to some unnecessary power struggles in relationships. If that makes sense to you, give me some likes or loves. Here's how you can identify and avoid the competitive dynamic in a relationship. All right. Number 1, as you start to spend more time together, watch his reactions or watch her reactions to your wins. Have you ever had somebody see you winning and they kind of downplay your winning, or they kind of disappear while you're winning, or they kind of fall to the back? They're not your cheering section anymore. Have you ever experienced that? Where you win and somebody says, well, what's the next level? Or what do you get next? Is that it? Is that all? That was nice. That was a nice little thing you did. Watch someone's reactions to your wins, because a supportive partner will celebrate your new promotion. They'll celebrate your new client acquisition, your milestones, your weight loss, your new ventures. And if he or she seems dismissive or insecure when you're winning and when you share that good news, take note. Watch their reaction to your wins. If they stop wanting to go places or they start sliding in slide Joe, so you can pay for this, you're making more money. Watch the backhanded comments, the slip tongue, the slide tongue, the silver tongue comments, and take note. Okay. Number 2, listen for provider only mentality. That shows up in statements like, I should be the one taking care of you. I should be the one paying for this. I'm the man. It might indicate that his views about relationships are through traditional lenses, which in and of themselves is not a problem, but it would be if his worth is tied solely to his ability to contribute financially. Because provider is more than finance. Emotional and psychological safety, which are number 1 for many women, can't come in denominations of 100s, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. His ability to provide and protect could be more important to you than his ability to contribute financially. So listen if he only has that provider only mentality as it relates to finances, especially. Encouraging a growth mindset. A strong relationship is built on mutual growth. So ask him, how do you feel about supporting my next goal? His answer will reveal whether or not he's interested in growing with you instead of competing against you, which would be a better match, him growing with you, right? So if you got healthy goals, you're going to get your A1C down. You're going to get your weight down. You're going to get your blood pressure down. And he's more into competing with you than doing it with you, growing with you. You're going to work on your temper, how it's uneven. And instead of taunting you or tormenting you or penalizing you when you have those flawed moments, he wants to grow with you, coach you toward growth. That's how you identify and avoid this competitive dynamic, because you insist on building a life where you are growing together and not rowing against each other, not sparring, but growing together. All right. So those 3 things in recognizing the competitive mentality or the competition mentality, the ways you identify and avoid this dynamic is watch his reactions or her reactions to your wins, listen for provider only mentality, and encourage a joint or growth mindset. All right. Joint growth mindset is what I'm trying to say there. All right. Before we go to our last segment of things that you should do, I want to remind you that we love the Love and Stuff brand. We love the brand. We live the brand. So we wear the brand. And if you believe in love and upping your love game, we think you should wear it too.
What you wear says something about you, about who you are, what you believe, and what you stand for. So here in the Love and Stuff community, we wear the brand that we live, and we live the brand that we wear because we love the brand. It's all about increasing the amount of love in the world and upping our love game. And if that's what you're about, you should wear it too.
If you're about it, be about it and join us in wearing the Love and Stuff brand. You know, in the Love and Stuff community, we've got so many amazing people who have helped to support our brand. Richard Dickey Mason, actor Richard Dickey Mason, is our brand ambassador, and he has worn our brand on movie sets and in promos and videos, and we're just grateful for all that he does. But I want you to know that it's more than just wearing a brand, it's living a brand. If your life is about love and you want to increase the amount of love in the world, starting with your own life and love, you should consider joining us in our brand. This is our signature short sleeve t-shirt. It's the Love and Stuff Monicum signature design. It comes in multiple colors, as you probably would have to lean in a little bit to see. There is a picture of Jesus, a multicolored picture of Jesus, a color of a couple, and a picture of a mother and son. And all of these are the ideals of love that we depict in the Love and Stuff community, among many others. We believe that everybody can see themselves in part in some of these relationships. And it's important that you see yourself in the love consideration before you try to up your love game. It's important that you don't neglect the self-love, that you don't just go out to seek love, but you be that love for yourself as well. And so those t-shirts are available in every color and every size. And here it's, of course, in the light blue, almost aqua blue. Then, of course, we started some years ago, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. And we've authored a book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? The Gratefulness Journey is simply this: 3 things you're grateful for every day. Say them to yourself 3 times, speaking them aloud to yourself, and then sharing them with 3 people. You do that for 30 days, and you will transform the way that you navigate in this world. You take your focus off the things you cannot control and your focus off the things that are negative, and you will begin to open your eyes to a world of potentialities. It's not just semantics, because you will have what you say and you can have what you see. It's time for you to start to see the gratefulness all around you. And that's what this journey is all about. And we encourage you to get a Gratefulness Journey t-shirt. Comes in this heather color or any other color that you can imagine. And we want you to walk down that journey with us. My Love is Front and Center is the next t-shirt that we debuted a few years ago on Valentine's Day, because we want people to know that you cannot expect to have a Valentine if you don't put your love front and center. If you don't display that you are available to love, love cannot find you because you are hiding yourself from being available to love. We believe that Valentine's is not a day. Valentine's is a lifestyle, and it starts with you wearing your love front and center. So that's what this t-shirt is all about in this brand. My Love is Front and Center. And again, this comes in multiple colors and multiple sizes, available to you now from that QR code. We also, as I mentioned, have been blessed to author a book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day, and it is available. And we are in migration from one platform that isn't supporting DEI to others that are. But as we migrate, I want to mention to you that it is available to you now. As well as we have our newly debuted book, which is on our new platform, All Shades of Girl, Color Me Beautiful. This book that I authored is inspired by the story of Sonia Charisse, who is walking on the gratefulness journey as a part of this Love and Stuff community. And I was honored that she shared her story about colorism right here on the Love and Stuff community. And it inspired me to write a book. The book is loosely based on her as a young girl experiencing colorism. But the hopes is that we can get young girls to embrace their self-identity in a way that they understand that all shades of girl have been colored beautifully by the Creator. And we want every little girl to have confidence and exude that confidence in knowing that whether you're fair skin or brown skin or yellow or high yellow or dark or chocolate, all of those hues are beautiful. What would our world be differently if we invested and instilled in little girls that they're beautiful, no matter what hue? You know, I had a sense of urgency to get this book out when former Vice President Kamala Harris um, was so maligned and so poorly described as a DEI hire. Then I thought about it and I said, well, you know what? She was a DEI hire. She did everything impeccably. In 100 days, she amassed a groundswell of support. And our little Black girl should be proud of what she has done and who she is. And because she was vilified and vitriolic things were said about her, I don't want any little girl to think that that is, in this world, this United States of America, that is their fate. So I wrote this book, which is also a coloring book and a book with affirmations in it. And I hope that you will support it as a part of the Love and Stuff community and its brand. Of course, we have Color Me Beautiful t-shirts that are available. Color Me Beautiful power long sleeve shirts for those of you that work out in multiple colors and sizes. We do still have the sweatshirt available. And the Color Me Beautiful long sleeve competitor tee or performance tee for younger girls. And this is shown in white, but it comes in multiple colors and multiple sizes. And it's available right now. We wanted to pause and take some time to share all of those and invite you to join us in just wearing the brand that we love and living the brand that we wear. That's our call in the Love and Stuff community, and we hope that you will answer that call. All right, going into the last segment as we prepare to close, we talked about things that this 42-year-old woman can do and things you can do, man or woman. Stop shrinking for small-minded people, small-minded men or women, by owning and wearing your own success, watching for microaggressions, setting a tone of mutual support. Expand your dating pool strategically by using value-based screening, by considering different dating platforms and opportunities than the ones you have before, and by looking for community-based connections. Number 3, recognize the competitive or competition mindset. And the way that you identify it and avoid that dynamic is to watch his or her reactions to your wins. Listen for a provider-only mentality or language. Statements like, I should be the one paying. I should be the one taking care of you. I should be the one providing. Encourage a growth mindset, the two of you jointly and together. What ways can you grow together so that you're not competing against each other? And number 4, make peace with being the prize. I'm always telling Autumn, who is my sweetest sweetie girl in the whole wide world. She is like a daughter to me. She is my niece by my beloved sister, Adrian, who passed away when Autumn was only 9. And I've tried my best to instill in Autumn that there is no man that is the prize. No matter how he shows up and acts like the prize or tells you he's the prize or dresses like the prize, you are the prize. It is his privilege to be in your presence. And don't you ever let him forget it. Because society, in many ways, often tells women, especially, to lower their standards, especially as they age. But the research doesn't support that. It really says people who stay true to their values in relationships and the needs of those relationships experience greater long-term satisfaction. From a study in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, it found that individuals who maintain high relationship standards experience more fulfilling partnerships compared to those who compromise just to avoid being alone. So here are 3 ways that you can avoid lowering your standards, ways that you can embrace your worth without settling. 1 is to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of thinking, men like this are rare, remind yourself the right man, the right partner exists, and I won't settle for less. I just have to spend less time with those kind of men. What if you decided to spend less time with those that don't meet your standard and open yourself to the abundance of men who do? Stay open. Number 2, stay open, but be firm. Be open to unexpected connections. Be open to meeting someone you hadn't planned to meet, where you hadn't planned to meet them, how you hadn't planned to meet them. But don't waver on your core non-negotiables. If emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, respect for your time and your ambition are non-negotiable, because you met someone in a non-traditional way does not mean that you settle. Stay true to your core no matter where you meet them. Stay open, but firm. And of course, as a human resources professional, I'm really saying this one. Thank you, Vicki Johnson and Joyce Snow, for joining us, Johnson Williams. Adopt the interview mentality. Just as you might not take the first job offer without ensuring it aligns with your goal, your strategy, and your long-term wellness, treat dating the same way. Ask, does this person align with my longer-term vision for my life? Ask, do they add to my peace or do they drain it? Ask, are they acting as if they're the prize instead of me? Answer to these questions and some others like them will help you remind yourself of your worth and prevent you from settling. The right one will elevate, not intimidate. You don't need to shrink. You don't need to soften your ambition. You don't need to settle to be loved. A man or woman who is truly secure in him or herself will admire your successes, support your journey, walk beside you as a partner, and not act as a competitor. So keep your standards high. Keep your core values firm, your non-negotiables firm, and your faith strong. Because the right person, the right man, the right woman will show up. Not even because he or she has to, but because he or she is looking for something similar to what you're looking for too. I hope that has helped in some regard. And thank you for joining us on TikTok. Some of the things that I shared with the 42-year-old woman who I saw a picture of her, very beautiful woman, has it going on. And sometimes you can be amazing to everyone in the world. But if you're not amazing to yourself, if you don't really, really know it, it shows up in you. I want to say in this Women's History Month, live in all of the amazing ladies that the women who have come before you have, and know it. Know it. Don't think it. Know it. That you are amazing, that you are ... Fill in the dots. And then do not settle for less than what equals that amazing. When you sit in the center of your purpose and you're amazing, it tends to radiate. Ask yourself, when am I being my best? And when I'm being my best, can I be seen by others? If you can just bring light to your best, you'll be surprised at who you will beckon. I'm Marcus Holmes, the love activist. I am absolutely advocating for anyone who wants love, and not just boo bae husband wife covenant love, which I think is amazing for those that want it and need it or desire it. But what about more love for God, who is love, the quintessential love? What about more love for yourself? What about for your siblings and your community and your friends? There are many forms of love, and we all should be about working to elevate that love wherever we are in relationship in the world. That, my friends, makes the world a better place and one in which we want to live and grow and flourish together. Join us Saturday morning at 11 a.m. with two fellas who love sports, Kamal Williams and Felix Holmes, in Sports Talk with Kamal and Felix. Listen, ladies, even if you don't love sports, you're going to get on and learn so much about sports, you'll begin to attract brothers who love sports to you because of your knowledge of the sports that you learn on Saturday mornings. These fellas are passionate about what they're doing, and they're quite hilarious at doing it. They have a great time. And you ought to get in on the fun and great time every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Shouts out to them. Shouts out to all of the love groups connected. And if you're just joining, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch TV, or TikTok, I hope you will click share, tag someone, a subscriber, a connection, a follower, a friend, to get them in the conversation. How do you find someone at your level, and how do you define what that level should really be? Balance out all of those needs: spiritual, financial, emotional, psychological. Balance them out, and you will find it will equal the love. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us. Click share and tag someone to join in the conversation.
Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out of a space of abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So Marcus June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay, so we're gonna check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
Yeah,